Hey Mick, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I'm doing great, man. I just out here in the shop chilling. Was working on a few things, cleaning the carburetor. I watched some of your videos this morning and got the idea. I'd just start cleaning this carburetor that I had sitting here. Yeah, so far can't complain about the day. Got me a new coffee cup. Shout out to my girl Nikki that did my decals for me. She hooked me up with this cup. I started splitting firewood, but then it started raining here, so I decided I'd come in here and piddle around a little bit. And so what the heck? Might as well just go live. It might be my end, Mick. I ain't got the best laptop and stuff here, and my Wi-Fi connection out in my shop's not real good. So I watched her video on that little generator, that carburetor all gummed up. That was amazing how that thing. I need to get me an ultra. I need to get me an ultrasonic cleaner. Hey Pete, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. All right, cool, nice and clear now. It's getting to be evening time for you, ain't it, Mick? You're about 6 hours ahead of us. $18.30. All right. Yeah, it's getting that time of year here too. That it starts getting dark way early. All right, thanks, Meg. Yeah, I know I got lag. I'm using StreamYard because for some reason I couldn't get right into YouTube and stream right from there. So I there's going to be a big lag going between the two. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be on. I just wanted to stop in and see who all was around. And yeah, the lag comes in whenever I'm reading the stuff here on StreamYard. YouTube's always behind what I'm seeing here on the StreamYard channel. Yeah, I just got the notification. Thanks, Mick. Appreciate that. Like I said, I don't know how many people I'll get in here, but yeah, it's only a 2.5 car garage. I don't remember exactly what the measurements are on it, but hey, Harold, thanks for stopping by. But I could use a shop double this size, all the junk I got and everything I'm working on. How's Harold today? If y'all lose me, it's my Wi-Fi kicking out. But like I said, I ain't got a real good signal out here. I gotta get that taken care of. Yeah, you can never have too big of a shop. I'd love to have my shop where I work at, my normal job. It's 10,000 square foot. Uh, the highest part in the ceiling, I think, is 22 feet, and along the side, or no, I'm sorry, it's almost 30 feet the center, and then along the sides, it's like 25 foot. There's enough room to have 2-story along the sides and stuff. Yeah, it's raining here too. That's why I come in the shop. I was out splitting some firewood, and it started sprinkling. And this is the kind of weather here that catch a cold in. So I didn't want to get all wet. Yeah, good day for a nap. Definitely a good day for a nap. It says we got 4 watching, but I only see 3 people chatting here. Who else is in here? Who's hiding? Don't be bashful. Say hi. We don't bite hard. Yeah, I got the new head gaskets and everything on. Uh, First round they held, but still having the dying out issue. So in between rounds, my buddy Mark had a brand new fuel pump. We switched fuel pumps and went back up, and never thought to readjust the carburetor. And right on the line, it just flooded out way bad. So I'm thinking that the fuel pump was getting weak. My old fuel pump, that was the issue. It just wasn't supplying enough fuel, and I was actually sucking the bowl dry. So we got one more pull. Decided to go to the last one. We're gonna adjust the carburetor and then try it again. Hopefully that fixes things and gets me on the right path. Of course, I'll be building a new motor this winter, so it'll probably be a whole new bunch of headaches come next spring. We lost our fourth person. They must not have liked us. That's all right. Yeah, I need to start making some more videos. Now it's getting colder out. I'll be doing more stuff in the shop here and easier to film and do things like that. So hopefully, like I said, I'll start putting out some more videos, some better videos. I'm sure everybody's getting tired of seeing me replace head gaskets on the tractor and, you know, running down the track and dying out and stuff. So maybe we'll change some things up. Thanks, Mick. I actually watched a couple of your videos getting caught up on your videos last night and this morning. Yep, 1 week. So now instead of it getting dark at 6:30 at night, it's going to get dark at 4:30 or 5. But it'll be all right. Everybody says I'm usually in the dark anyway, so might as well just go with the time. Yeah, we're back to 4 people watching now. Yeah, I don't get to watch many live streams during the week. I'll go back and rewatch them afterwards, but to catch them live, uh, my work doesn't like me to be on my phone like that. I was gonna try to go live from work one day, but there's just too much stuff going on around in the background. Uh, so I even tried videotaping some while I was at work, and too many people walking through that don't have no business being walking through my shop, but they do it anyways, and they're kind of rude sometimes. But it's all right. Yeah, Mick. I watched the video there where Snobby Scrapper and Dusty Blonde hooked Riley up with all them chocolate eggs. Yeah, I started a new video today, redoing a carburetor on a E-Z-GO golf cart, or for an E-Z-GO golf cart. I got called earlier in the week, and guy said the thing wouldn't run at all, so I went over and checked it out, and it'll run with the choke all the way on, but it won't run at all with it off. So I took it off right there and brought it here, and you guys will see in the video why it wouldn't run without the choke on. Well, I'm allowed to check my phone, Harold, because I get my work emails, and that's how a lot of times that they get a hold of us is they'll either bosses will either text us or call us, so they can't ban us from having our phones or having them out. Yeah, the main jet, and it wasn't the normal white crusty stuff down in there either. It looked like black tar, almost as if they're running two-stroke oil through the thing. Uh, it's not a two-stroke motor. It's a regular twin-cylinder, newer E-Z-GO. I'm gonna have to ask the guy when I take the carburetor back and stuff after I get it all clean, if he's mixing two-stroke oil in there. Because if he is, it's going to cause problems in everything. Yeah, I've worked on a lot of these E-Z-GOs. That's basically what we have at work. Before we started going to the electrics, we had all gas. Back 15, 18 years ago, when I started there, they were all single cylinder two strokes, and they would burn them things up left, right, and sideways. I had head kits and jug kits sitting on the shelf for them. And I got pretty proficient at tearing them down and putting them back together pretty quick. A couple hours, I could have one pulled out, jug pulled off, new piston, and jug put back on, and thing back in the cart and running. Then they switched to the twin cylinders, which made it easier because they weren't the two strokes, weren't having the issues burning them up and stuff. But they come with a whole new other set of issues with those. Yeah, the only reason they run two-stroke oil in them things is if you want to fog for mosquitoes and stuff. But like I said, I'm gonna have to check with the guy and make sure he's not mixing it. Yeah, yeah, they're E-Z-GO as long as you don't put the two-stroke. I mean, a little bit of two-stroke in it wouldn't two-stroke oil, and it won't hurt. Just acts as a like a top end lube. But if you're mixing it, the 50-to-1 or whatever the ratio is they recommended, uh, yeah, that just gums everything up, especially when they sit. And this guy told me straight up that it has set since last fall. Um, they didn't get out and do camping like they used to. They have this at their campground, and he wanted to bring it home from the camper, and he said it wouldn't start or wouldn't run. So they pushed up on the trailer and brought it home, and Now I think it's a Robin. It's a 249 cc, like an inline twin cylinder, overhead cam motor. Fairly simple to work on. I mean, of course, most of them are pretty simple to work on, but they're a lot easier than the old two strokes. I've got some old pistons at work that um, when I first started there and started rebuilding them, they actually broke the bottom of the skirt off the piston because they would run them, get them so hot, run them so dry. The oiler would quit. They had automatic oil injection on them, and it literally broke the skirts off the pistons where the openings are at for the valving to send the oil and stuff down through the motor. They make all kinds of noise when them chunks are rattling around down there in the bottom. But most of the time I catch them before they get that bad. Most of the time they just start scoring the sides of the piston and the cylinder, and the rings would actually get stuck on them and they'd lose compression. Yeah, the big thing on the newer two-cylinder E-Z-GOs is keeping the valves adjusted in them. They're pretty finicky on liking their valves adjusted. If you guys watch Nate Go-Karts Gone Fishing, it's the same engine he has in his. Hey, Snobby. Hey, Tractor, what's up? How's deer hunting going? Snobby, we were just talking about you hooking Riley up with them chocolate eggs. That was cool. Yeah, deer season's just getting into swing here. A couple weeks back, my nephew, he got a nice little 8-point. He said he had his choice between a 6-point and an 8-point, and he chose the 8-point. It was he said it's a little smaller than the 6-point, but he wanted the bigger rack, so he's got time to get more deer. He's young. Yeah, good luck, Jay. Did Nate say? I heard Nate talking about coming up north there towards you. Did he confirm that, Jay? Is he gonna come up there hunting with you, or does he know other people up there that's got some property and stuff? Yeah, I could go for some nice. I could go for some nice smoked venison hams. Hey, J&J, thanks for stopping by. We're just hanging out here, chatting about whatever comes up. No agenda today. Rainy here. When I first came out this morning, it was like 41, 42 degrees. It's warmed up a little bit, but not a whole lot. I got the wood burner going. Oh, his brother in South Carolina. I couldn't remember. I'm getting old. My mind's going. People tell me to write stuff down, then I forget where I put the notes. I'm going to have to start sticking them to me. Give me a second, guys. I got to check this wood burner here. It's starting to get a little chilly in here. All right, I'm back. I'd take a little more heat, Jay. Mid 50s, lower 60s. That'd be nice. These 40-degree days are, that's getting close to having frost on the pumpkin. I want to give my girl Nikki a shout out again. Thanks for the cup, dear. She's the one that made my stickers, so told her I'd use it online or use it in the videos, so we're using her. Yeah, deer hunting, you want some cold weather. Makes it hard to get the deers processed quick enough. Hey, look, Brendan just went live. Imagine that. It says we got 6 people watching. I do appreciate everybody that stopped by. Yeah, we've had a frost here. They didn't call it a killing frost, but we did have a frost. Not here, Pete. We get snow here. It's just another day. Just drive faster and a little crazier and go at it. The background over here behind me on this side. Let's see. This thing. Woo. I'm backwards on my camera, so. Woo. That thing right back there. That is my tow tractor for my pulling tractor. It's an old rear engine snapper. I call it the redneck power chair. Looks like one of them power chairs you use when you're little electric power chair you use when you can't walk in that. It's actually, if you're talking about that thing, it's black. Yeah, it's a, like I said, it's just a real little rear engine snapper. I'm too old and too fat to be pushing that modified around them pits, and if you don't get there way early, you're usually like way far away from the starting line and everything. And on the modifieds, it's not good to run them around like they do the stockers. So, like I said, I got tired of pushing the thing around over hill and over dale and everything else. So I made a little tow bar up that picks the front wheels up off the ground and hooks to the back of that. And it's just got a little 8.5 horse push mower engine basically on it. It don't even have that motor actually came off of a push mower. It don't have a throttle on it. I just got the RPM set to where it's a comfortable speed, and it's got 5 or 6 gears on it. And just hook her up and go. It does have electric start. I got to get a battery for it, but just a little teeny tiny little starter, so, and a little teeny battery. So the thing will pop wheelies though. I'll tell you that. And it weighs nothing. You can pick that front end up one hand and swing it around and turn it around. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Harold. Appreciate you stopping. Hey, Low Lid. Thanks for stopping by, man. We're just here hanging out, chilling, chatting about everything. I was watching Roy's restoration on that old motor. He's got that was amazing when that thing fired up and started running. I couldn't believe how smooth that thing was for being that old of a motor. You know, he said he had it bolted to some wood, but still, you know, usually they vibrate around and spin and turn and everything else, and that thing just sat there and chugged away. Should be a pretty amazing little engine when he gets it done. Yep, just chewing the fat. Yeah, a little work, but like I said, man, that was amazing when he put that carburetor and everything back on there and got that magneto all set, and that thing fired right up. Yeah, still leaking fuel. That'd be all right. Everything leaks a little fuel somewhere. Yeah, definitely built to last. You can't find anything nowadays that's built like them. I'd like to find me an old little hit miss motor or an old steam motor. I just think I love watching the steam engines run. Just everything's right out there in the open. Everything's mechanical. Hey, Horse, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Horse has got a nice little Maytag motor. I'm gonna have to get a video up. I went to a steam shows kind of thing a few weeks back. I videoed some stuff. I think it was a Maytag that somebody had on made a little tractor out of it. It kind of made it look like a steam engine, but I couldn't find a brand name on it anywhere. But by the looks of it, It looked like a steam engine. All right, Jay, be safe, buddy. Get you a big one. If you can't get a big one, get lots of them. 2 little ones make one big one. Yeah, I'm gonna paint my redneck power chair this winter. I gotta make it match the tractor. It don't match right now, but it does its job. So a Lister D. I'm not familiar with all the different names and everything. I just like the way they work. Everybody says I ought to custom build a steam engine, but that's way too much work. I don't know enough about them to get all the valving and everything right. Hopefully later on this evening I'm going to get to the store. I've had my stickers now for a couple weeks, but I haven't. They're an odd size. They won't fit in a standard envelope, so I'm gonna have to get some little bigger envelopes and stuff. And I just haven't had time to get to the store to get anything. I haven't even been grocery shopping really. Stop by the local little store and grab a few things for dinner a few nights, and that's about it. Yeah, run them in an open area. Yeah, definitely run them in an open area. Of course, I started watching I was going to watch your live stream last night, had it all set, ready to go, and I promptly fell asleep. That's why I was up till 3 o'clock this morning. I slept from like 7:30 last night till about 10:30. I just woke up just as you ended your live stream. I I watched it, but you guys had just ended. That's a lot of oil. Yeah, I'll do a sticker swap. Um, let me get some addresses and stuff. Um, I think my email is on my channel. If you want to email me your address, I can I can do that. It might be a week or two until I get them all mailed out. Um, yeah, Mick, I'm gonna try to send some over to you guys. I'll probably make it one package to either you or Roy, and I know you guys are talking stuff pretty regularly in that. So I'll probably just send a big package over with a bunch of them in, and let you all distribute them. And or if you want to keep them all for yourself, whatever, that's fine with me. Yeah, I got a bunch of stickers from people. I just haven't got a board made up yet. It's been almost a year now. Uh, I just too many life things going on, I guess. All right, Mick. Uh, just give me a count about how many you need, and if need be, I'll get some more made up. I think she made me 20 or 25. They were supposed to be small like this, like the one that's on here. That's not very big. The ones that she sent are the ones that are on the side of my tractor. I don't know if you guys can see or not. That's, that one down there. It's about the size of my hand. It was easier for her to make the big ones because they're actually cut vinyl. They're not a printed sticker. Yeah, there's a board behind me, but that's for the ceiling in this garage. It's actually old pallet material. It's like 3/8 of an inch thick. I don't know what the conversion would be for you guys, but we got a bunch of pallets in at work that had it on there, and it was all screwed together. All right, Pete, have a pint for us too, bud. Even though I don't drink beer, I'm more of a tequila guy, but haven't done a lot of that here lately either. So I think we'll stay on here for about another 15 minutes or so, making a nice even hour, and unless a bunch more people start showing up and want to chat. But all right, 10 stickers. That'll work. Yeah, of course they had it wasn't a Maytag, it was an old hit miss at that show I went to making ice cream. I got a little video of that. I got some decent videos of some bunch of different stuff. Yeah, nowadays it's just coffee for me for the most part. I work on enough trimmers and stuff like that at work. I try not to do them here. Of course, a friend of mine, well, guy I know wouldn't. I mean, I guess he's a friend. He gave me a Husqvarna model 36, I believe it is. He let somebody else borrow it, and they went to change the chain on it. And when they put it back together, they didn't have the chain bar tensioner pin in the bar, and they tightened the side cover down. Of course, it's a plastic cover that pushed that adjuster out through the side and broke it. Well, when that happened, they took it back apart to try to fix it, and they lost the adjusting bolt. So he said he checked around, he couldn't find one anywhere, so he gave it to me. And somewhere in the mix, I think it was him. I think he took the cover off the top to look at something, and the throttle linkage on them just kind of sit down in there. They lost that too. I found both pieces. Side cover where the chain breaks at and stuff, complete with everything in it. I can get it. I can get it for about $45, and then the linkage itself is like $3, something like that. They didn't say how much shipping or anything was, but even if it's $10 to ship, $60 for a nice chainsaw. And I had it running You just can't give it any throttle. It would sit there and idle, but it won't. I can't give it any throttle or anything because the way the linkage is down in there. So, but yeah, I was hoping to find a used one, but there ain't no used pieces for them things around anywhere. That must be a pretty common problem on them. I found a bunch of different places that had those side covers. So, and it's an old saw, but eh, I need a new saw anyways. Yeah, we got Steins. I didn't check on there. I just did a quick search on Google, and like I said, a bunch of them come up. I was hoping to find something maybe on eBay or something used that was in good shape, but because the clutch and everything, all that's good. It's just the cover itself. But the difference in price between just the cover and the whole thing is less than $10. So I'm not going to mess with taking the old one apart and putting the old parts in the new piece and everything. Yeah, we got a couple different places you can get parts through. Um, I was going to check with my local Husqvarna dealer, little mower shop down around the corner from me. They do a. I've done a lot of business with them and stuff, so hopefully maybe they can hook me up. Maybe they got something laying around. If I was looking correctly, it fits a couple different models. So I think it fits a 36 and a 41 or 42, something like that. Yeah, at one point in time, years back, uh, I was signed up to be a Steins dealer, I guess you'd call it. Back when I was really doing a lot of side work and stuff. It's gotten to be too much of a headache around here for me with my regular job and stuff. And is that gasket, that carburetor kit for that hedge trimmer? That was it Zamar? Zama carb? That looks like a really nice hedge trimmer if you can get that thing going right. Yeah, definitely a fine balance, but with with the pulling tractor and those builds and my work, it's hard to find some spare time that you know and taking care of this place here. Somebody told me I needed to hire a housekeeper. Well, if I hired a housekeeper, then that would kind of defeat the purpose of working hours that I needed to for for the tractor and stuff. I'd be paying them. I might as well just do those stuff myself and save the money and put it into the tractor. Yeah, put that primer ball bearing in the return line, suck the fuel through. Sometimes it's easier to suck the fuel through those carburetors than it is to push it. Them little needles in there and stuff. Yeah. Or it could be you're putting enough pressure in there that the float, you're just pushing through the float, and without the engine running, it won't suck it in. It just lets it roll out the carburetor. I'm kind of in your boat, Mick. I got the big old gorilla hands too, working on them small little two-stroke things. Sometimes it just gets rough. The dead man handle not working. That's the first time I've ever seen a dead man handle on a hedge trimmer like that. You usually see them like on chainsaws and stuff. Well, it's either the dead man or we had some at work that sat for a couple years, and that grease down in that bottom gearbox just got so hard, that little slip clutch in there, like the weed eaters have, it just wasn't strong enough to catch and spin the blades over. Once I got the old grease and stuff out of them, put some fresh stuff in it, they worked great. And then also, I don't know about that one, but the ones we got at work, they've got bolts down the cutter, and somebody tightened them bolts up too tight and won't let them blades go back and forth. Hey, old helmet. Hey, Captain. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Gearbox is fine. Wasn't for you, eh? Nick, do you guys see any Red Max equipment over there? That's what we use at work. The brand name we use seems like it's pretty durable stuff. At least the weed eaters and the hedge trimmers and backpack blowers are all pretty good. Yeah, I seen Captain. I seen he went live from the what is it? Good of the Land Fest. That's pretty cool that he gets to hang with them guys. If I was down towards Texas, yeah, I'd probably go there too. Contracted job for the government. And I know they're made. I know the Red Max is made overseas. I just didn't. I don't know exactly where it's from. I never really checked into it that deep. I do know they make like push mowers and chainsaws and all kinds of stuff. Just a lot of people around here don't know about them, but there's only a few dealers, but they're starting to get more popular. Just the Stills and the Husqvarnas and stuff like that. Just the prices have just gotten way out of hand for what you're getting. You're paying more for the name than you are for the equipment. Welcome back, Pete. Just one beer, you double fisting it. I got coffee in hand. Chinese, yeah. They seem like I said, they seem like they work pretty good. I mean, we've tried the Stills and the Husqvarnas and all them, and it just for the prices we pay, and we weren't getting the time out of them, even with the good maintenance and stuff like that. And then when you did have to buy parts for them, the parts were way more expensive. Yeah, yeah. I've actually got two backpack blowers at work that after this year they'll become spares for the guys. But I know they're every bit of 8 years old, 9 years old, and the Stills and the we were using Stills 15, 18 years ago, and them Stills would last 3, maybe 4 years. Yeah, thanks, Captain. My girl Nikki that cut my decals for me, she hooked me up that. That was a surprise. I didn't even ask for it. She made it up for me and told me she wanted to see it in the video. So um, I've been using it. Yeah, yeah. Getting them to run right after a year. That's basically it. We use John Deere too. We had some John Deere weed eaters. They ran good. It just everything's one off on them, and you have to go back, or had to you back then. You had to go back to them for the parts, and the parts were 3 or 4 times what it was for anything else. Yeah, just a couple years ago, we actually went to Honda push mowers. Uh, we were we were just using cheapos from the local box store, and they would last a couple years, but they just the quality of them just got to be so bad. They decided to go ahead and put out the money and pay for the Hondas, and everybody's loving them, and they're holding up great. Basically, haven't had to do anything to them besides change oil and sharpen the blades. And the biggest thing is the drive wheels wear out on them, but they're turning them on. We have a lot of sidewalks and stuff like that at work, you know. So I think the guys are pivoting them on the sidewalk. Yeah, and that still was probably brand specific too. You probably couldn't get an aftermarket uh, mag for it. Yeah, like I said, we're happy with the Red Max stuff. Actually, the old head groundskeeper, he had his own landscaping company before he come work for us, and that's what he used was the Red Maxes. And when he first brought them in, I looked them over. I'm like, man, these things are chintzy. They just look chintzy. Until I started actually, getting into them and looking at them and seeing how good they were made and everything. They were nice, light. The guys loved them. Parts were inexpensive, and so that's when we started making the changeover. And as the Stills and the John Deeres and all that kind of stuff, Echoes started dying, we started replacing it with all the Red Max stuff, and been very happy with it for the last 10, 15 years. Right. I'm not a Glock guy. I know they're light, they shoot nice and everything else, but you know, I like to feel something in my hand. I got a Ruger, P85 DC 9mm, and I like it. It's a brick. I know it's heavy, but I just like it. So how's Captain today? I watched your videos on the plaster of Paris pouring. Yeah, I like the Rugers. Uh, I'm not a big gun fanatic guy. I got a couple here and there that you know. I'm not one of them guys that's got you know 50 guns throughout everywhere and all that kind of stuff. I just got some stuff to go out and do a little target shooting, maybe here or there, or um, I actually don't even have a shotgun or anything to go deer hunting. I just don't have time. I let everybody else do the deer hunting for me. Yeah, yeah. I'd rather spend my money on the pulling tractor and tools and toys. And I know a lot of people say guns are their toy, but uh, I don't have to go someplace special to shoot my toys, or to play with my toys. You know, I can do it right here in the garage and everything. So, Captain, you don't have any weapons or you don't have any guns. This is my weapon. This is my gun. Oh, yeah, true, true. New gun is a tool and a piece of history. Of course, if I was going to buy a gun or anything, I want a big old black powder cannon. Shoots them like 10-pound balls. That's my kind of firearm. like to get one of them propane cannons that they use to chase the ducks and geese and stuff off the lakes, but them things are expensive. They make a big boom, but have a water pistol. There you go. I got those for the pool. Actually, I think I got more of them than actual firearms. Yeah, I was looking at one of the judges. A friend of mine has one. Takes the little 410 shells. Now that's a pistol, man. 2.5-inch shotgun shell and a pistol. I guess I kind of like the oddball stuff. Always thought it'd be neat to have a blunderbuss too. Just pack anything down that barrel, fire her off. Maybe I grew up in the wrong era. I like steam engines and hit miss motors and black powder weapons. You know, the black powder weapons and stuff like that. Those are the ones that actually took talent to shoot. Nowadays, you got clips that have 50, 60 rounds in them or whatever. That's not shooting. You know, that's throwing handfuls of shit at people or things, I guess, not people, but you know. I I can say I hit what I was aiming at. We were shooting at some old cans, and wasn't real far off, but it took a second to pull the trigger on it. It's only got a little, little 2 or 3 inch barrel on it, and I've shot the 44 Magnums and things like that before. It's got a pretty decent kick, and uh, I got a 410 rifle or shotgun, and it don't have a kick to it, but when you cut that barrel down, you know, I actually don't want one to shoot. I just want one because it looks cool. The cylinder for the revolver part of it, it's like 3.5 inches long or something like that. And it's as big as the gun itself. Yeah, wrong era, but I kind of like the modern technology though. We wouldn't be chatting like this if we were back in that era. Did you guys catch Benedict's video on that steam powered truck? He said it started out as life as a cement mixer. That thing was cool. I could drive one of them around. I'd drive that sucker back and forth to work. It might take me a while to get back and forth, but I'd like to see somebody shoot one of them. I think they're called pug guns. I used to use them for duck hunting and stuff. They're like 10 feet long, barrels like 3 or 4 inches in diameter, and full of shot. I'd like to see one of them suckers fired one time. I don't really have a favorite gun I've ever shot. Thanks, Old Helmet. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us for a little bit. Yeah, I seen some pictures from back in the day when them guys used to use them for duck hunting and them pug gun things for duck hunting. It'd be like 3 or 4 guys maneuvering that thing around, and they'd wait for the ducks to get there on the pond, and or as they're flying in, they'd fire that thing off and get a dozen or so birds at one shot. Doesn't seem kind of sporting, but when you're doing it for food, you got to take every advantage you can. Captain, you ever shoot a Roman candle? My opinion, basically the same thing, just some of them have a bigger kick than the others. Like I said, I'm not. I mean, I go out target practice shooting or whatever every once in a while, but like I said, it's not one of my diehard things I like doing. CO2 pistols, yeah, I had some CO2 pistols when I was younger, and pellet guns, and I think they were actually funner to shoot than the regular guns and stuff. Heck of a lot cheaper to shoot. Hey, Stacy, how's the arm, buddy? Yeah, a few years back, a buddy of mine bought a Desert Eagle. He can't afford to shoot the thing. It looks badass, but you know, I can't see having a gun like that. You know, and that's kind of a status thing, but still. Yeah, Stacy. Last I heard, you were at the orthopedic. Never heard anything. Never heard anything more about it. It's pretty bad. I guess you said there. Was the injury from when you had the accident with the tarp, or did you do something else to it, Stacy? I was never in the scouts, but I've shot a lot of air rifle. They wanted to do surgery, so you went back on the road. Okay. Is it a bone chipper or something like that in there? Or like I said, I didn't All I know is that you had a broken wing or hurt wing. Haven't been really talking to a whole lot of people. Haven't been a lot of people on chatting. They can't find you out there. Oh, I bet your wife can find you. I think she keeps pretty good track of you. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. I guess as long as it's not doing damage to the tendons, hopefully it'd be all right. Yeah, undoubtedly it must hurt. Shoulders are a lot stronger than, yeah. Sounds like it. If it's ripping bones apart. Oh, you're more badass than I am. I get a little splinter. Like I'm crying like a little baby. I thought maybe Craig might pop in and say, hey, I haven't seen him in Coon's age. Talked to Matt a little bit on Facebook there, or messaged him, I guess. He messaged me back. Yeah, it could most definitely have something to do with that. Yeah, that's not good, Stacy. But y'all and I've been thinking about y'all. Like I said, I haven't heard from very many people. I'm sure Kathy has him hopping. For a little thing, I'm sure she can crack the whip pretty good. Jay was in earlier. He's going back out to the tree stand, hunting the Bambies. I get it, Stacy. We all go incognito every once in a while. Yeah, we've been on here almost an hour and a half. Woohoo! But yeah, I was hoping to get a lot more wood split today than what I got, but it'll do for now. Maybe if this rain moves out tonight, I can get something done tomorrow morning. A pack of cigarettes. I don't buy them by the pack. I roll my own. I got a machine that you do it with. You basically buy the cigarette tubes that are already formed, and then the machine pushes tobacco in it. I want to say between 350 and $5, something like that. Yeah, I've split wood my whole life. My parents used to supplement heat with it and stuff, and well, it was really funny though. Tell us boy, I got two older brothers, but uh, they dad never got a gas powered splitter until us boys were, you know, 16, 18 years old. You know, up till that point in time, it was all manual with mauls and wedges and sledgehammers. Syracuse, New York. How close is that to Lucky? Ain't he up that way somewhere? No, I guess he's up further north. My grandparents used coal. I can remember going down in the basement and helping Grandpa put coal into the furnace there when I was young. Then as I got older, they actually got a gas furnace. Yeah, I think us country folk or whatever you want to call us have split more than our fair share of wood. Now I mean, my mom still uses wood supplemental heat. Uh, we split enough for her for the winter. Then I split enough just for out here in my shop for the winter. And I'd like to get lazy and finish my gas furnace out here, but I guess it's cheaper for the wood. I got enough trees and stuff around here that's dead or dying or fell or whatever. Just need to get the time to get them cut up and split up. Well, my stove here will take coal or wood. Uh, I did have some lump coal here for a while. I don't know, Stasis. I've got some it's ash, I believe. Right now I'm splitting up. I don't think I could split that faster with by hand than I could with a splitter. It's pretty stringy. I'm froze. Am I still frozen? Hello? Still froze? It's not froze on my side. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Just not if you can hear me. Oh, your computer? So I was singing to everybody for nothing. Oh no, it's possible that I could freeze up. Oh yeah, 20 years ago, yeah, I could probably split this stuff fairly quick, fairly easy, but too many years of swinging the maul and the sledge and picking up shit that's way too heavy, and everything else is taking its toll on my back and my shoulders and everything else. So now it's just a matter of picking the stuff up and put it on the splitter to get it split. Yeah, if I'm not splitting wood and stuff, I'll probably stop in on mix stream. Yeah, like I said, I try to catch them unless I'm in the middle of something. Like I said, during the week, Monday through Fridays, it's hard for me to catch the streams during the day. I go back and watch them best I can after work, but like I said, they don't like me to have my phone out watching videos and stuff. Yeah, they always say that splitting wood warms you twice: once while you're splitting it, and once while you're burning it. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna check that stove again. Yeah, I still got a couple mauls around here. I don't know what they weigh, but I know my sledgehammer is heavy. It come from when I worked in the oil field. I think it might be a 15-pounder. But yeah, when I started out here this morning, here in the shop, it was about 42 degrees in here. I just looked at the thermometer on the other wall back behind me, and she's almost 80 degrees. It's that little white thing right up there. Right up there. Whoop. Uh-oh, almost out of coffee. I don't have any more left in the house, so we run out of coffee. We may have to end the stream. Oh, Captain, if you had my buddy's log splitter, you could split it. Basically, all you got to do is get the log laying next to it. It's got a little arm that lifts it up, rolls it up onto the splitter, flip the little handle. It pushes forward and pops it apart. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Snobby. We'll definitely catch you on another one. Yeah, buy a Devil's Forge. I actually want to build a coal forge. I got most of the parts for it. It's like everything, like all the other projects I got around here. I just got to prioritize them and get them done. Also, got to figure out what the heck I'm having for supper tonight. I made some stuff the other night. It's pretty dang good. It was just kind of conglomerate of stuff. Took some Italian sausage and fried that up. Added some mushrooms and some onions to it. Threw a head of cabbage in there that was chopped up. Cooked it all down. Yeah, I'd like to get a used oil burner. Uh, I've got plenty of used oil from between here and the shop. Um, it's just a matter of getting one or building one or finding one that's used that I can afford. Yeah, if they can get your arm fixed, Stacy, you could probably still do it. Of course, if you're like me, you get just as much enjoyment out of building the things as you do running them. And I wouldn't have a problem, absolutely not have a problem at all if I could find somebody that could run the stuff that I build well, run it well, and not just beat it up. I wouldn't have a problem just building the stuff and letting somebody else drive. Okay, cool, Snobby. I've seen guys convert wood burners over to oil burners, and I've seen a couple oil burning forges. Um, I don't know that I've never actually used a coal forge. I just kind of like the idea of it. I might be weird, but I kind of like the smell of coal burning. So Mountain Aluminum, yeah, I might start doing some of that. I get a lot of aluminum water pumps and stuff like that at work that don't have a core charge on them, and I ended up just turning them in for regular scrap, unprepared scrap because they got steel and stuff in them. But if I could hack them apart, melt them down, make aluminum ingots out of it, might get some more extra money out of them. Usually I got a couple big drums at work. I use one for steel and one for aluminum parts, and when they get full, we we take it down to the scrap yard and then put the money back into the account for running the place. $7 kilogram ingots. Be a nice size ingot. I've been watching them gold mining shows. I think that'd be kind of cool, but that's a lot of work, especially them guys that do the diving for it. Yeah. I could do one of the big power dredges with the backhoe thing on it, trackhoe thing on it, but my fat ass ain't getting down under that water. I like to swim, just yeah, that'd be a pretty cool skull. Big old copper one like that. How did your plaster cast come out, Captain? Did I miss the video on it? Yeah, I've never really checked around here. I don't know if you can turn a copper ingot in around here. I know they won't take burnt wire. Uh, like guys used to burn the copper coating off the wire. They won't take it now if it's burnt. They'll take it if it's stripped, but not if it's burnt. Need brass and copper. I don't think I got any brass around. I have to check for copper. Um, I used to have a bunch of sheets of lead. They were probably 20 inches by 30. I had 6 or 8 sheets that are about a quarter-inch thick. Did you do a video on taking them out of the molds, Justin, or no? Did I miss that? I wanted to see how they came out. Are they on their way to a land far away or a land down under, or both? Because we know some people that come from a land down under. I'm not starting to sing. Not going to do it. Take care, Snobby. Okay, I'll have to go back and look. I must have missed it. I've missed a lot of Novocaine. My phone messed up, my old phone, and I got it replaced with the exact same model and stuff. But for about 3 or 4 days, I wasn't getting anything. No calls, no text, no notifications for anything. Even over Wi-Fi, it wasn't working right. 15 pounds of, I'm assuming, brass casings. That's a big old chunk. I wonder how hard it would be for you guys to melt down the like the shotgun shell uh, brasses. If you cut the plastic off the tip, I know there's still some plastic down in them, but I wonder if they would turn out right, or if it'd be too much contaminant in there. A friend of mine's a member of a sportsman's club, and they got an indoor range. And I know they shoot the low brasses that you can't reload. Uh, I think they just pitch them. I don't know. I don't know what they do with them. I can find out. That might be interesting to build a forge just to do that. Melt them down. Plastic would burn off. Yeah, I think it'd make it easier though if you cut them off right at the top of the brass. Wouldn't have as much to burn off. I'll have to check with them and see what they actually do with them. Hey, there, Captain's got a good idea. Stace, you need to get a lathe and a mill again. Pour them brass ingots and start making some mini cannons. All right. Yeah, I'll get a hold of him and find out. This time of year is when they start doing a lot of their indoor shoots now. I know the indoor pistol range and stuff. They collect those brasses and reuse those. And up on the rifle range, it's outside. I know they collect all those brasses back up to reuse them. But last couple of times I was down there with them, they if I remember correctly, they were just picking them up and tossing them into a trash can or a box. Like I said, they use the low brass that you can't reload. They're cheaper. Uh, it's still raining outside here. I'll let it get it out of its system now. Get some stuff done outside tomorrow if it dries up. So. No, we still got 5 people watching. Thank you for my faithful followers. Pouring a brass cannon. If you're gonna pour a brass cannon, we need to pour a big one. You know, something that's got like a 3-inch bore, something we can shoot a sizable shell out of. You know, we ain't messing around with these little teeny, you know, little pop cannons. We want the big boom. How they say, go big or stay home. So, well, guys, actually, I'm starting to get a little hungry here, so I think I'm gonna hang out here for about another 10 minutes and get a nice even 2 hours and shut this one down and let you all get back to your lives and go feed my fat belly. It's in my belly. Never know. Depending on what I got going on, I might pop back in later on this afternoon or this evening. If nobody else is on. Somebody else is on, I'll just watch them and say hi. Maybe I'll finish the video on that carburetor too. I'm doing for that E-Z-GO. Yellow 12 gauge wire. All right, Stacy. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Miss seeing you. Don't be a stranger. Even if you got a private message me, just shoot me a message and say, hey, I'm still kicking. So take a good one. Keep her between the lines. I know it still says there's 5 people in here, but I have a hard time believing that. So. Well, guys, I think I'm just going to go ahead and shut her down now. My belly's really grumbling, so appreciate y'all stopping in, saying hey, and hanging out with me in the shop. Keep me a little company, chatting with me, getting updated on everybody. Appreciate Mick stopping in, everybody. Hit me on 2 devices. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, like I said, if nobody else is live, later on this evening, maybe I'll jump back on and let you all see what I'm tinkering with. And somebody else is live, maybe I'll just jump in there. Catch y'all later. Have a good one. See ya.